Hey y'all, it's Virus, and I'm out here with Dope on the road, and I want to show you a bit of our gear that we're using on tour today. I'm going to start with our main guitar here. This is a Dean 550, basically just like a super strat type thing, and it's a really fast guitar. Just want to say that I've been with Dean since the year 2000, so I've been here for quite a while. In fact, I saw a couple of my buddies there when I rolled through Tampa recently, back in February. I was on tour with this artist named Madam Mayhem, and the guy's like, you know what, you've been here the second longest out of anybody. So I was like, that's kind of an honor. So I've been there for a long time, proud to be using them still. I got my little Jimmy clip here, which obviously I don't need with my locking nuts. But I put these like on my other guitars that don't have locking nuts, but just kind of keeps the strings from making that horrible string noise that I hate. But this is called a Jimmy clip, and he makes them custom for me, puts my name on there and whatever. Basically, I'm using just, for Dope, I don't really do anything crazy because it's kind of straightforward metal. So I definitely need the Floyd Rose, but this usually just stays here on the bridge pickup, and it's an EMG 81, who I'm also an EMG artist. And I basically just keep it there all night. And again, the guitar's really fast, it's built for metal and speed, and that's just kind of it for that. And everybody's like, well, why do you use such light strings? And I'm gonna tell you, I'm tired, I'm getting old, and I've been beating up my hands for too many years, and I don't really see any tone difference for like if you're playing metal. Maybe if I was doing a blues gig or maybe a country gig, which I've done in the past, maybe I kind of beef it up, and I would probably use like a real traditional amp, and which I don't really do on this gig. We'll get to all that, but basically nines, and I'm a Dean Markley strings artist, and I've been with them for 16 years now, and they're just simply the best. Happy to be part of the family. This is my first venture with them. This is the Grover Allman pick, and we got them done for this tour specifically. There's my autograph, and obviously the Virus logo with the Dope logo. And they're pretty badass. I like to do white, as you can see. No more black picks. You drop the black pick, or when you throw it out to the crowd, you can't see where it goes. So I like to use the white ones to get it out there. Well, you know what happened was I originally got the Dope gig playing bass. And when I got to the audition, there was already one of these picks. This, you know, the tri-pick, there was already one of those in the bass, so I was like, oh, all right, cool. So I did the audition, whatever, and I haven't gone back since. So now, I know obviously I'm playing guitar in a band now, but I use these for everything. I use these in Big and Rich, I use these for Lords of Acid, I use them for everything. And it just, anything I use that's smaller just feels really strange to me. And plus, like, I chip that thing up, just rotate it, so I get a lot more use out of them. And let's go to the backup guitar. Again, a Dean guitar. This is called a Nash Vegas. And they did some cool stuff for me because I always like to change it up, because I don't want to, and when I showed you, I probably should explain that when I got on my main guitar on the Strat, the 550, I like to swap out the hardware. Like this hardware doesn't come on here. Like I put some chrome pickup rings. I left the bridge black, but then I put chrome saddles on there, and this plate is black, but then I put the chrome on there, and I put a little jewel on there because it's not supposed to be there and it looks cool. So basically I kind of just customize it a little bit. Here, this is supposed to be a black washer, but I put chrome ones on there just so it gives it, I don't know, just so it looks different, and it's just, someone goes, oh, that's at Nash Vegas. Oh, but it's custom. Just gives it a little bit of a cooler look. Of course, I got another Jimmy clip there, which I think you all should try. It makes a difference. And in here I have a Seymour Duncan pickup, JB, which I use probably just as much as the EMGs. In the studio I use these, live I use the EMGs. I find that for live applications, like the EMGs are really quiet and really tight for this style of music. the studio, I like this JB's, the Seymour Duncans are a little bit wider. It's a wider frequency range, get a little bit more push. And basically that's the two applications I use for the pickups. Now we're going to talk about amplifiers and probably our lack of amplifiers on stage. Like if you come see Dope live on this tour, you'll look back and there's no cabinets, there's no amp heads, nothing that old school stuff. We're all digital now. And I've been all digital for all my gigs now for like 2 years. It started with using a fractal when I was playing with Device, and just the versatility of what you can do now and the quality of the tone. It just made me go, well, why do I need this big, huge box with 4 speakers in it? In fact, when I started with Device, I was carrying 8 cabinets. You know, it was like, it looks cool, but it was noisy, you know, stuff's breaking, you blow a fuse, you blow a tube, it's like there's a lot of variables. So I did the digital thing and fell in love with the fractal world, and I feel like it's come to the same level. And it wasn't like that until recently. It was always like, oh, it sounds good, but yeah, I could never use that because it sounds fake, it sounds artificial. But I just think that that's over now. And maybe if you haven't visited that world, just try a fractal, or try one of these, which is what I'm using now. This is made by Atomic Amps, and it's called the Amplifier. It's a joint venture with Studio Devil. And this just has a bunch of great amplifiers that you need for any gig. There's like Plexis in here, there's Mesa Boogies, there's everything, Bogner's, modern amps, there's diesels, all that stuff. So any gig that I need to do, I can just use this little pedal, and that's what I've been using recently. Great speaker simulation, great mic simulation. There's even like an air button on there, rather a knob where like you can add the air, you can feel like the cabinet pushing. And one of the preset I'm using here on the Atomic Amplifier is like the diesel setting. I think it just says modern, and it's kind of like built on like a diesel sound, and it's just great for like detuning metal guitar, which is obviously what I need for this gig. But all I do is get compliments on this. It's just been great, and then I love having it right here at my feet, and I can control the gate, I can control every possible thing. I have a little, volume here, little EQ here, hold the button down, and then it goes to tuner. So basically everything I need, cabinet, head, pedals are in here, and then you got like you got 3 switches at obviously I use this one for a boost, delay, chorus. And it's kind of built for a gig like this. If I had to do like a more intricate gig, like I've done, something that's a little bit more maybe electronic, like actually for Device, I needed the fractal because I needed several different tones and effect capabilities. This is kind of built a little bit more, so it's like a faster, smaller gig. You got a gig in New York City, put this in your backpack, grab your guitar, go to the gig, plug it in. It's beautiful. The first thing I plug into though is this, the Digitech Whammy Wah, which is all over the last records I've made with Dope. So this is a vital piece of gear, and I think it's become vital for a lot of metal bands now. I can really state confidently, like, this is probably the greatest pedal that's been invented in the last 20 years or whenever it was. It was that impactful. The other cool thing about the Whammy DT is obviously the DT, the detune, which now comes in it's called the Digi Drop. So you can get the little pedal. And it's funny, I've been saying this for years. I used to go to those guys. I'm like, what? Just give me the section. I don't need the pedal. Give me the section. So now you can buy this section of the pedal, which is how you detune. You press the button, and then obviously you can shift up all the way up to an octave, and then you can come down. So like all night you'll see me in between songs, and you'll see, because I'm using that one guitar, the Dean 550. Next song's in B, drop it down. Next song's in C sharp, bring it up. Next song's in E standard. It used to be in the days where me and AC would each bring, I think we each had 6 guitars. And then the bass player at the time had 4 basses. And I'm not sure if Edsel was playing guitar then. He probably wasn't because we were a 2-guitar band then. But so like half the trailer was 20 guitars. It was insane. It was insanity. You know, switch guitars, and it was just craziness. A bunch of wireless packs. It was insane. So this has been the answer because now this technology has caught up. And I've been through all the pitch shifting. The Digitech software for pitch shifting is the best. And I've been through them all. It even beats out the Fractal one, which I love, but you know, I use this instead. It's just amazing. Can't even tell. So I basically come in here, come out into here, amplify it, and then, well, obviously I go to this first, but that's my wireless unit. It's a Sennheiser. I'm also a Sennheiser artist. And that's basically it. Since it's such a straightforward metal gig, I don't need a huge pedal board with all these weird pedals or anything like that. Everything I need is like right here. And that's basically what I'm doing out here. So I just want to thank you guys for checking out the gear for our dope reunion tour that we're taking around the world. Go to deanguitars.com because they're my boys and they make the best guitars on the planet. Also, I want to plug my Atomic Amps amplifier. And if you're interested about the digital stuff that I was explaining, I also have another YouTube video where I actually go into depth about how I use it, and I actually go to a gig and I bring it in and I show like all these guys using their big stupid amps, and I got my little thing and I'm smoking them all. So like, you can go check out that video. Obviously go to digitech.com, check out their stuff. They got multiple pedals and their Whammy Wah, and Sennheiser if you want the best wireless unit out there. I want to thank Dean Markley as well for being my guys for my strings, and Grover Alma for our picks. And I'm going to see y'all on tour. So take it easy. See ya.